What's your worst set? Can you remember like the worst
100%.
bomb?
Yeah, 100%. 4th and B, San Diego. I ain't had but
That's
a few.
That's my favorite rooms.
Dude, 4th and B, San Diego, first time I ever did it.
It was the free night when they was passing out the free tickets.
Here's the story. So I'm doing this show. I'm headlining the next week. So I go the week before to watch my boy Carl Banks do the show, right?
Damn, you took it back.
Yeah, right, exactly. Carl Banks was doing the shit. He started me doing stand-up.
There was Daryl Banks and Carl Banks.
Yeah. Carl was there. I went to go watch him. Juan Dexter was the host. I remember Juan Dexter was there. He goes, you want to just go up and see what it's, get a feel, because you're going to be here next week. I said, fuck it, I'll go out there and do 5. I go out there to do 5, right? I start doing this new joke about going to church with my grandmother. 1,500 people. Full-fledged boo. Like, I've never...
Was it Black Night? Was it the Black Night?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They start making that noise, right? I didn't even let them get into a full boo because I was like, I get the fuck off of here. I walk out. I come backstage. What the fuck you doing back here? Like, because I had just introduced me. I was like, they booing me. I'm not doing this. That night I leave. When you leave the show that night, they give you flyers of the comedian that's there the next week. My picture is on the flyer. So people getting the flyer going, we just booed this motherfucker, right? I go out, I leave out the back of the theater, walk into my car. On the ground, littered on the ground, is my flyer, my picture, footprints all on my face. I sat in the car for 2 hours. I'd never experienced nothing like that in my life. And I called Carl, who I came to see. I said, I'm not doing the show next week. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I just got fucking booed. They don't want it. Didn't you? He said, you cannot not do the show. Because if you don't do it, you're going to see this audience again. You can't run from anything. Mm-hmm. I spent that whole week rewriting shit. I went out there the next week and fucking stood that motherfucker up.
But let me ask you, with the San Diego crowds back in the day of 4th and the B, one week would be urban, the next week would be mainstream.
Yes, this was a Black Night.
Both were Black Nights.
Because the woman came to me. I don't know if it was the same crowd. Now, I can't say what the denomination of black to white ratio.
The audience they was pitching it to.
But this is what I do know. I know when I came back the next time and I remember after the show was over, a whole black lady came up to me. She said, baby, I was here last week when we booed your ass off the stage. That started it. She's like, we booed. She said, but you came back and redeemed yourself. I will never forget that. That is
what year was that?
99?
That old lady's dead.
That's how I started doing the Uncle JoJo.
She's not going to see the podcast. She's not going to see this podcast.
She's not going to see it.
She's dead.
She's definitely dead. She's got to be dead. But that was literally, that was that time. That was the worst. That was one of the worst sets I've ever had. But I grew so much from it.